because you don't really hear much about it. It's not necessarily addressed. It just kind of happens to get thrown under the rug. It's not really addressed. It's not a really big thing. They say, oh, we're diverse, but we're diverse in different ways, not necessarily with race, but with, like, what's the word? I guess like with different places. Like there's people that come here for like exchange programs, and then there's some people that come that are just from different places. But I mean, race is different from, I can't think of the actual term, but
geography or
yeah,
location.
you know what I'm saying, from being from somewhere else.
I think it's most prominent between blacks and whites, but like there's been a lot of incidences that have happened this year that have made people like start to really think about who they are around and if they're safe where they are and how can they stay safe and how can they still like be around other people, you know what I mean?
Well, I think it's more prominent between everyone in America and everybody that is coming from like Saudi Arabia and all that. I feel like there's a bigger tension in that. So it's like America against American Muslims.
Race relations in America. It's important that everybody has the same kind of equal opportunity. Black, white, Hispanic, Asian, any of them. They deserve all the same equal chance.
I believe the point of them is to like kind of like the point of one is to definitely outshine the other, but clearly one has a misconception of what the other is trying to portray. I don't remember the actual question, but I was just like, because I hate it just bothers me. It's kind of stupid.
Tell me why. Why do you think it's stupid? Because
when somebody says all lives matters versus the whole Black Lives Matter, it's like, well, there's people say, well, don't say Black Lives Matter. You can say all lives matter, but it's like you're definitely telling me that Black Lives Matter with this all lives matter thing. So yes, all lives do matter. However, Black Lives Matter as well. And I think the point with Black Lives Matter is they're saying that you are ignoring the issues with the Black community. Therefore, we're just trying to put some shine on it so that way it can be put out there. However, sometimes it could be done not necessarily the right way, I believe. But not necessarily, I guess there's no right or wrong way, but sometimes it's just done negatively in a way that doesn't come out as good as it should. You won't get as good result as when you do certain things a certain way. But you have some people saying all lives matter. You don't say Black Lives Matter. Don't say that. But it's like you're telling me that Black lives do matter. At the same time, you're just it's the same thing, but one group is just dumber than the other. That's terrible. It's terrible that I said that. But it's like you're trying to tell me don't say one thing where you're clearly saying it yourself.
They've pretty much stayed the same for a lot of years. And it's definitely a giant issue in the United States.
I think that they have gotten better and worse in different aspects, in a sense where I go to a PWI and I haven't had as many encounters as to where I felt uncomfortable at this predominantly white institution. However, you see things on the internet that go on, well, not just on the internet, but like in America itself, it's not too good.
It is a huge problem. We are under a giant bubble pretty much, and not a lot of these students actually understand the problems that go on outside of this.
It's definitely a topic that's discussed a lot more than it used to be, especially with a lot of people with the Black Lives Matter, and there's different groups like Latinos that speak out now, so it's definitely a topic, but as it compares to High Point University, it's not necessarily a topic here, so no.
There are, it definitely can look that way, to be honest, because it's, as a white person, I definitely know how some of these kids think and feel on this campus, and it's terrible to see that personally.
What things do you suggest can be done in society and beyond to help better race relations?
I think understanding one another is really important. We don't really do enough of getting along and getting to know one another.
Yeah, I feel like everybody should be more like accepting accepting of everybody's different views and religions, and be like open to like try it before you say you don't like it.
I think it's important to realize the things that other people have to go through and not just focusing on yourself. Like, I don't know, really taking the time to talk with someone about how they feel and what their experiences are.
We just don't do enough of getting along and getting together and getting to know one another as, you know, separate races, and that's very important to do, to understand one another.
People getting along with other people who aren't like you.
Yeah, just bettering our relationships between every culture.
Finding out that you're more like